Hello everyone, and welcome to the Subordinating Conjunction Test. In this video, you will be asked to choose the correct subordinating conjunction for each question. You may need to pause the video for each question to give yourself some extra time to think of your answer. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 1. And the answer is, after it snowed this morning, the roads were in poor condition. This is related to time, but the only one that works here is after. Okay, we're saying that after it snowed. All right, the roads were in poor condition. Okay? All right, number 2. And the answer is, Jimmy didn't go to school today because he wasn't feeling very well. All right, this is a cause or it's a reason, right? He didn't go to school. Why? Well, because he wasn't feeling well. And that's why we use because. All right, number 3. And the answer is, before Alice left, did she leave me a message? All right, you have to really look at this one and think about it. Okay, we're talking about before she left. That's the only one that works here. You wouldn't say after Alice left. She couldn't have left me a message, right? So it was before. All right, it's the only one that works there. And this is related to time. Okay, number 4. And the answer is, Ron wouldn't buy a new cell phone even if he could afford one. This is a conditional, and for this sentence, the way it's structured, it's the only one that works here. Okay? All right, number 5. And the answer is, Danny doesn't drink coffee as it makes him nervous. This is another one about the reason, all right? It's related to the aspect of why, the reason why, right? Why doesn't he drink coffee? And as here is like because. Because it makes him nervous, or as it makes him nervous. It's the only one that works there, okay? All right, number 6. And the answer is, even though she had no experience, Susan still got a job. Okay, we're conceding here. We're saying, yes, even though she had no experience, she still got a job. All right, so that's the only one that works there. Okay, number 7. And the answer is, I failed the exam and had to retake it 3 times, whereas Beth passed it the first time she took it. I use whereas here because we're making a comparison between my experience with the test and her experience with the test. Okay? All right, number 8. And the answer is, we'll need to pick up some food for dinner tonight unless you have already bought some. Now this is actually a conditional, right? Unless you have already bought some. All right, it's the only one that works here out of your choices. All right, number 9. And the answer is, you can borrow my iPad as long as you agree to be very careful with it. This is another conditional, right? This is as long as, and in this case, as long as is used with the category of conditional, even though it could probably be used with time also. But in this case, as long as, it's used as a conditional. All right? number 10. And the answer is, my friend Lonnie can't wait till he gets his new car. This is related to time, and he's waiting for a time period, right? He's waiting until. Actually, till and until are exactly the same. Till might be a little bit more informal than until, all right? But they're both used the same way, okay? And it's related to time. All right, number 11. And the answer is, this is the place where I met my wife for the first time. And this is related to place anyway, but where is the only one that works here. Okay? All right, number 12. And the answer is, although Judy tried really hard to make a delicious cake, she failed and her cake wasn't tasty. Here again, we're conceding when we say although. We're saying although she tried, she didn't do it, right? So that's why we use although. It's the only one that works. Okay, number 13. And the answer is, if it rains today, we will cancel the picnic. All right, this is a conditional, right? If it rains today, right, that's the condition. And the result will be, we will cancel the picnic. Okay. Number 14. And the answer is, I want to live wherever the weather is warm all year long. And this one's related to place, and we use wherever it is warm. Okay? All right, number 15. And the answer is, we should go out to eat after we watch the movie tonight. This one is calling for something related to time, and that's actually after. All right, it's the only one that works there. Okay? All right, number 16. And the answer is, I am really hungry right now because I missed breakfast this morning. We're looking for reason here, right? And it's because, right? I'm hungry because I missed breakfast. All right, number 17. And the answer is, while we were in math class today, we had a fire drill. We're talking about something that happened during math class, right? So we use while. It's related to time. Okay, that's the only one that works there. All right, number 18. And the answer is, Ryan works long hours in order to support his large family. All right, in this case, it's actually a purpose, right? Why does Ryan work long hours, right? It's a purpose. The purpose is in order to support his large family. Okay? All right, number 19. And the answer is, before you come into the house, please take off your shoes. All right, this is related to time, and before is the only one that works here. That makes sense. All right, okay, the final question, number 20. And the answer is, Robert hired an expensive tutor so that he could get a high score on the TOEFL. This is another one of those that has a purpose. And the purpose for hiring the tutor was to get the high score on the TOEFL. That's all for this video. Please let me know how you did on the test in the comments section. Thanks again for subscribing, and remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.